All right, guys, welcome back to another interview on mmaunhinged. I am joined by Caolan Loughran. How's it going?
Never better. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you very much. And I've got to say, this is a hat trick now. Third time a charm that you're on this show. So, what should I say? Should I send you a signed glove through the post, like what they do in football when they take home the match ball?
It's like an omen. I'll have to keep doing it now. So for the next fight, I'm actually into that stuff. You know, I actually really believe that stuff.
Yeah, so that's the hat trick. I've got to send you something through the post now.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so absolutely. Thank you so much for coming back on the show. Absolute pleasure. It's always a pleasure to have you on. Always great, entertaining.
Anytime, lad. Anytime.
And obviously, let's talk about the last fight that we had you on the show. Last fight was in June. Have you been keeping yourself busy since then?
Absolutely. I've been took about a week or 10 days off, and then I got straight in it. I even in them 10 days, I was kind of assessing my performance. Almost took it as if it was a loss. It was a win, of course. It was a win, but I think that's how you have to treat these fights. And I had seen a lot before I'd done one session in Caolan of things I'd done wrong, and then I got back into the gym. I swear to God, this is the truth. I was just kind of talking to Caolan Loughran about the fight and stuff, and the first thing he said to me was, now as a coach, I think about how I would prepare a fighter to beat you. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about there. That's exactly what I'm thinking. And the things I had seen, he had sort of God, he had seen the same things. He had obviously seen more. And we've just been working on improving. Really just breaking myself down. And it's been nearly 5 months now since I've been out of the cage. So I feel I'm 5 times the fighter I was in Belfast. I'm more than 5 times I was a fighter in Belfast. And for people who don't know, Team Caolan and Four Corners here in Liverpool are after joining together, affiliating to make like a wee half fucking super gym over here. So I honestly think I'm a completely different fighter than I was in Belfast, and I've got the experience of the fighting in arena against a good opponent. So no, I'm eager to compete, eager to show where I'm at. You know.
Yeah, exactly. How dare they let you have 5 months off? They're letting you get even better.
Exactly that. That's fucked.
Let's talk about that last fight then quickly against Festus. You talked about that. You kind of viewing it as a loss. Talk to me about that. Why?
No, well, I don't. Jeez, it was a win. I fucking smoked them. But I mean, the way you have to like, if you walk around on a high horse for 5 months at I'm some fighter, I'll get smoked by these guys 100%. So you have to say what did I do wrong? Where are guys getting me in the gym? Where can I improve? And even like, I think the day that changes, you're done. You're beat. You know what I mean? You have to keep improving. That's your only job as a fighter, just to improve, win fights and improve. So now I definitely I was happy with the thing I was most happy with is how I performed in the moment, because there was 4,500 people there. Obviously, for me, I was in Belfast. A lot of people were fucking drunk going AWOL, and there was you could hear like a buzz around the arena. And I swear to God, it was so calm. I was just in flow. From as soon as the referees get go, I was just in flow. So technically, a lot of things to improve on, but that ability to perform in that pressure bubble is like it's a unique trait, and I think I'm one of the best in the world at it, and I'm only getting better at it.
Yeah, I must agree as well. We've seen your performances get better and better, and against these better up competition. That moves me nicely onto the next question. We'll talk about the Luke Shanks fight, and I feel like every fight now that you're going to take, it's going to be the story of, oh, this is the biggest test of his career. This is the biggest test of his career. It's always going to be that narrative.
100%. That's what people keep telling me it's a step and stuff, and of course, I mean, it is on paper, like, but I just see him as the next guy in my story. So honestly, I swear to God, that's how I see it. That's how I see all these Cage Wars guys. He's fighting me. That's it. That's how I see it. I don't. The next guy will be the same, 100%. Well, actually, if I step up and I fight Michelle Martin next, I actually, if people start attacking, I understand now. Like when I was fighting Fast as a stepping up, boy, he hasn't done it. Fighting Luke Shanks, oh, he hasn't fought a guy at Cage Wars level. I actually don't. If someone tried to tell me that Michelle Martin is going to beat me for a belt, I actually wouldn't believe you. I don't think I'd believe you. Just roll my eyes.
Yeah, I did have a few questions about that actually later on, but I mean, we'll get to it. And obviously, the way the way you're juggling that is, I feel like I know the story already was coming. So we'll talk about the Luke Shank fight. So obviously, as I talked about, everyone's going to keep saying it's a step up, this and that. But obviously, how do you view the fight?
Well, he is he is a step up, like technically, I don't like. I was asked about fighting Festus on another interview the last time, and I said that there's Cage Wars, there's guys that are more known to Cage Wars public that'll be easier fights than Festus, and I expect him to go on a bit of a tear in the bantamweight division in Cage Wars. Honestly, do. Luke Shanks is like wild. Like he's not like technically. Like he's just wild on the feet, like he's not hard to take down. I don't. He's got a lot of heart. He's got championship experience. He's been a Cage Wars champion the whole COVID. But I honestly swear on my life, I don't give him one advantage in any area. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Outbox me? Is he fuck? Is he gonna take me down? No. Is he gonna stop? Is he gonna stop? Is that flyweight gonna come up? And if I get a grip of him, is he gonna stop me from taking him down in the cage? No, absolutely not a fucking chance. So what can he get? He can catch a punch and KO me, 100%. That's always an option. But that's it. He's got no advantage anywhere. That's how I honestly see the fight. And then you say, oh fuck, you maybe. I think my family stuff was thinking I was overlooking him. How the fuck? I'm obviously not overlooking him. He's done way more in the sport I've done. He's the one who's come to take my dreams away from me. He's talked an awful lot of shit about how I'm an easy fight and how I've never fought anybody like himself. So I'm unbelievably motivated to fight him. But I 100% expect to go straight through him. 100% expect to go straight through him.
Yeah, I mean, when you were talking about the striking and the way you mix up, and I feel like that's one of your best assets. We've seen it obviously in the past. You go from your striking, you go to your grappling, and I feel like that this is going to be the story of the fight somewhat. Do you feel like that's going to be too much for Luke to be asked for? Because obviously, as I talked about, the way you mix it up, do you think it'll be too much for Luke?
Yeah, people saying step up for me. I think it's a bigger step up for him. Him coming up the fly, him coming up the bantamweight, him having to deal with my physical attributes and my skill, and my mentality and my energy and everything. It's the step up for me. I think it's a bigger step up for him. I don't think he can. I don't think he makes too many mistakes. I don't think he can avoid getting KO'd in the feet or avoid getting stopped on the ground. Either or, where it goes, I am 100% confident I can finish him. And as I say, I'm gonna. It's just about flow in MMA. It's about flowing between techniques, flowing between styles, and having an ability to flow in that pressure bowl. Because, again, he will never. He's been a Cage Wars champion stuff. He will never have experienced an event and energy like he's about to now, with the Irish contingent coming over to London in that wee fucking cauldron of an O2 Indigo. Do you know what it is? I'll be 100% honest with you. He seems like an absolute dope, so maybe it won't even phase him because he's away with the fairies. It might not phase him at all, but he'll have never seen an atmosphere like it. There's a couple of hundred Irish people coming over, and he's got me another end of the cage room. I'm gonna be flowing. I'm gonna be throwing big shots with 4-ounce gloves at him, shooting takedowns at him. So I don't know. I think he's got a lot more to worry about than I do.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I completely agree. I feel like as you talked about the physicality, he's stepping up from flyweight, former champion, and I just feel like the sheer size and the physicality, as you talked about, I just feel like it maybe might be too much for him on the night.
100%, and I can't fucking wait.
I've got to say, my favorite part about our interviews that we've done in the past is your breakdowns of how your fight is going to go. The Festivus one, you said that you're going to take it down, you're going to get his back, and you're going to ground and pound him. I would love another breakdown of how this one's going to go.
Yeah. See, as I step up the levels, that's going to obviously get harder to call these guys. Like, obviously, like if I'm going to go in and fight Peter Yan, it's going to be like, well, I'm not going to say exactly how it's going to go. It's going to be fucking difficult. But I do believe that Luke Shanks is going to succumb to my pressure. He's going to do something that he thinks is on, but I want him to do, and I'm going to finish him with it. Be that KO or submission. I would say it'll come late. I would. I don't want to play around, but I would guess in the second, third round, I'm gonna force him to make a mistake, and I'm either gonna knock him out or submit him.
Yeah, I mean, this is a fantastic fight, and I feel like after this one, there's fantastic possibilities. But Luke, I've seen another interview with the Energized Show. I thought that was a fantastic interview. They're doing some great stuff over there. But he was saying after this one, he's off to the UFC, and I saw you chuckle.
Like, I don't know, like it's like Jake Hadley's in the UFC, and I rate Jake Hadley, good fighter, but he absolutely annihilated him for 5 rounds. Jake Hadley just got beat for 3 rounds. So like, what happens if you get drawn against that guy? Like, how confident could he be? I don't know. Maybe he could sneak his way on that card, but I just don't think he's that level. Like, I've been 100% honest. Like, who the fuck is Luke Shanks beating in the UFC? I don't think so. I don't know.
And as I said, we've talked about in our recent. You said this is the route to the title, and as we've seen the recent title fight. So after this one, after a win over Luke Shanks, you're predicting that maybe you get that title shot next.
I think so. I heard Michelle Martignoni calling out Nathan because Nathan has a win over him. Nathan's fight's off with Cameron Else, I'm hearing, for this card. So maybe if he doesn't fight, probably I'm going to be me. Maybe if he gets a lower level guy, still probably going to be me. I think with the fashion in which I beat Luke Shanks, people will be calling for it. Everyone I'm hearing is saying if I win, like reporters and stuff like this, if I win, it's going to be a title shot for me. I think with the way I put Shanks away, the noise I've made in the division, I think it'll like I don't think I'll have to call for it. I think they will probably give me the title shot, to be honest. When I first came into Cage Wars, I said I'd never ask for something I don't think I deserve. Even when I got tied on the things with Dominic and Nathan stuff, I was like, I don't even deserve to talk about them boys yet because I haven't done it. But if I go out and have back finishes this year against 2 undefeated top prospects and then the Cage Wars champion, the number 1 ranked guy of the UK and Ireland, I think I will be undeniable for a title shot, really. So I'll just let other people, let other people build that without me, just me win the fight, basically, and let other people talk about it.
Yeah, and obviously with the recent departure, as announced today, Dominic Wooden signed with the PFL. Surely you're kind of licking your lips now at that division.
I couldn't give a fuck with Wooding if he's away. Fair play to him. I'm here for the Cage Wars belt and then the UFC. That's been my goal since I was a cub. That's what I want to do. I want to be the next Irish Cage Wars champion. I don't give a fuck about these lads. I prepare for them diligently, but they're not like people say I would step up. Oh, the next game, the next game. Big fights for me are fucking Sean O'Malley. Big fights for me are Adrian Yanez. That fucking what do you call the dopey fucker with the nose who fucking the 18-year-old cub?
Rosas. Yeah.
Want to fight that kid? These are the boys who want to fight Umar Nurmagomedov. These are big names. These are big challenges. These are pay-per-view fights in Vegas. Like, you fuck with Luke Shanks. Do you know what I mean? I have to beat him to get there. So I have to prepare and I have to look good doing it. But I let people talk. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna win the belt. That's my goal. None of you
Yeah,
gonna stop me.
I truly believe after this fight, after the win, you will get that title shot next because as you talked about the statement, the performance, I think it's going to be undeniable for Cage Warriors to give you that shot because as your performance, and I feel like that is there really anyone else in that division that could really challenge for that title?
Don't think so. I would be a clear. I'd be a clear contender, and even if a Cage Warriors pub thing nowadays says potential number one, the fighter, the winner potentially getting a title shot, and then Paddy Pimblett said in his breakdown and scene that the winner's probably gonna probably gonna be a number one contender. So no, it's leading that way, lad. I can't have in my head that if I get this, I'm fighting for the belt early next year in Rome or Ireland, either or. Both sound deadly to me.
Yeah, the Ireland one would absolutely be phenomenal, obviously, because it would be crazy.
Literally a dream come true. Literally a dream come true. But if I have to go to the champions' hometown, like that Rome show was class. That Italy show was special. Like if I have to go to his town and get booed like fuck to come out there and fight him, no problem whatsoever. No problem whatsoever. But obviously Belfast, Dublin, or Cork, I'll be fucking nuts. I'll be fucking nuts.
Well then, thank you so much, Caolan. It's been an absolute pleasure. I wish you the best of luck on November 4th. I hope you go smash it. I hope you bring the W back. And obviously get that title shot next or whatever's next, because obviously there's a big year for England, British mixed martial arts next year. So you could even find yourself on that March pay-per-view. Who knows?
Who knows? I want the belt first.
Yeah, obviously, the belt is a fantastic segue into the UFC. So, and obviously, it gives you the fantastic experience of defending a belt 5 rounds.
It's also even like it's always been a dream. I want the gold belt. Like I don't want to miss that. Like even like Fig and I'll go into the UFC. I feel like I want to have that gold belt and look back on when I'm 80 years old. You know, because I want to be a Cage World Champion.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic, Caolan. Been an absolute pleasure. Wish you best luck on November 4th. I hope you smash it.
Thank you very much, lad. Thank you very much.